Let's bring in Independent Institute Senior Fellow Judy Shelton. So, Judy, this is a great survey that was done not long ago. And it says, we're households, Main Street. How do we determine inflation, right? Most of us use groceries and food prices. Then after that comes gold rates, gasoline prices, electricity. The last thing that we use to determine whether there's inflation or inflation expectation, expert commentaries, because we know they don't know anything. And so I thought that clip was perfect for this. But you've always talked about the bottom of this, right? You've always talked about groceries and gold exchanges, haven't you?
Well, I think groceries are probably the most personal index that people refer to, because then when they hear a government official or even Chair Powell at the Federal Reserve talk about wages having kept up with inflation, I think it comes across as, are you going to believe me or your own lying eyes?
Yeah.
Because they really experience the inflation when they go to the grocery store. And gold, that's an interesting one, because we now see people buying gold at Costco in massive quantities. And I think that that's kind of a link to reality for a lot of people. So gold is kind of a surrogate for the real economy, and in that sense, a link to reality for a lot of people.
So, you know, in your note, you use the movie reference in your most recent note, one of my favorite movies of all time, Goldfinger, and you kind of talked about the dilemma once the dollar was taken off the gold standard. In fact, you wrote that 3 generations later, financial crises and new trade conflicts are now looming on the horizon. The question is, what can be done about it?
Well, I wrote that article talking about the 60-year anniversary of Goldfinger coming out to be entertaining, but also to make that serious point. It's hard to know how we can deal with these pending issues of currency volatility. We see maybe the yen carry trade coming back, and we see potential tariffs and trade wars, and those tensions almost take us back to the 1930s. And some people feel that those currency and trade wars were a major factor leading to a real war. And it's interesting that it was the fixed exchange rate monetary system that prevailed in the 60s. That was the Bretton Woods International Monetary System, where it was all anchored by a dollar that was convertible into gold. And so the plot device for the movie was that in order to disrupt the Western financial system, a greedy German businessman who had a gold hoard of his own was going to team up with a nuclear scientist from China and irradiate all the gold holdings of the United States at Fort Knox. And that was really going to undermine the stability of the international monetary and financial system. And as it turns out, that happened anyway 7 years later when President Nixon ended gold convertibility.
Took us off the gold standard. And by the way, to your point, that gold would be, you know, the radiation poisoning would last for 58 years. And so, hey, I got to get to this because, again, you know, I thought I was really, you know, everyone was rooting for you, and like that I knew, to be a part of the Fed. And one of the reasons you were pushed back or you had so much resistance was because you talk so much about gold. You have a new book coming out tomorrow, Good as Gold, How to Unleash the Power of Sound Money. In 30 seconds, tell us what to expect from this book.
I hope that it generates a movement, maybe a revolutionary movement. I think it should be a basic human right.
There they go again. They got her again, folks. That was them. That was the establishment. They just pulled the plug on her. Tell you what, go get her book, Judy Shelton, Good as Gold, How to Unleash the Power of Sound Money.